Good Tuesday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich, and this is your outlook for November 25th, 2014. We have a cold front that's going to be moving through earlier on in the day here, and it's going to allow temperatures to head back to near normal temperatures for this time of year. Still going to be in the 50s across many areas, except maybe upper 40s here across the northern tier, but for most areas we'll be in the lower 50s for the most part across our coverage area here today. We are going to be under partly cloudy skies, and this will be the calm before the storm, before the next storm moves in, and this will have a winter implications for many as we head into Wednesday. So let's get right to it. Here's our system moving in from the south here. This is overnight Tuesday night. Its system is just starting to organize near the Carolinas. It's going to spread up some precipitation to the north here. That should start in the right around dawn. Or maybe just the pre-dawn hours for areas further south. This is actually a look at Wednesday morning, and you can see the system is really cranking here, starting to get going here into the Carolinas. This is going to take a path somewhere out like this and just offshore. So by taking that path here, we're going to be in a lot of snow up in this area here that I'm circling. We have our weather alert maps right next to the map right above the video here. Just to the right of it is the weather alert maps link you can click on and get our latest call. It's our second call that has more specific amounts by location, but it does look like some areas are going to get generally a 5 to 9. Even have some spots up here in the northern part of the Poconos up to northwest New Jersey, where we have in a 7 to 11 inch range. So this does mean business. We're going to have some pretty good snows out of this. And here's a look at as you get into late morning and noon, you can see the heavier precipitation is actually falling right in here, and this is the heavier snow that's falling. So once the snow starts falling, it's going to come down pretty quickly, and when it does that, even the roads that were warm, I know was many areas we got to 70 degrees yesterday, and you're wondering how is it going to snow just 2 days removed from that 70-degree temperature readings and 50s today. It really doesn't matter. I mean, as long as the atmospheric dynamics are getting going, you can still get these heavy snow rates, and that'll actually cool the column. In that weather alert maps page, we actually have an explanation of what's going to be happening. This is actually a process called dynamic cooling, and there's also some evaporational cooling going on as well, which helps lower the temperature as the snow falls through the column. So this is a look at the look right around noon here, and going a little bit further here as we get towards the evening. Snow is going to start winding down here as we head into the evening hours. Areas that started off as a mix of rain and snow down here by I-95 will go over to snow, and areas that are in South Jersey may end as snow as well. But for the most part, they're going to be the lighter amounts of these precipitation. This is mostly an interior event, and a large part of that is because the Atlantic is just so warm here. So anywhere close to the coast is going to get inundated with that flooded with that warm air coming off the ocean. So that's why you're really not going to have that much in the way of accumulations there yet. So if this was January, we'd be having a different conversation here, but for the coastal areas. But because it's so early here, it's still late November. These ocean temperatures are still too warm here for the coastal areas to really benefit. This system is going to move off to the northeast then after that point, and then wind up hitting interior New England as well. I'm going to go over to the NAM here real quick. This is the latest NAM run that ran this evening here. Here's a look at the wee hours of the morning, and this is actually looking at 4 a.m. May actually start early on as maybe some light rain. I wouldn't be surprised if you have rain or rain snow mixed up in this area here, because the temperatures are not going to be, surface temperatures are not going to be really cold yet. So it's when this the heavier precipitation starts coming down that it can actually cool the column. And you can see that here with these dark blues here, they're just really coming down hard, and it's going to change. The dynamic cooling is going to allow this to change over to snow quite rapidly as the precipitation increases in intensity. And we go a little bit further here, you can see that as the storm really gets going here around noon, actually late morning to around noon, you get some really heavy precipitation up in this area here. This is our areas that we have circled in the 5 to 9 area, and of course some areas in northwest New Jersey back to the Poconos, and might get even more than that. And then it continues here in the afternoon, and then starts to wind down here in the evening, and then it starts to pull away. So NAM pretty much is the same idea here, but the snow totals are pretty much the same across the board with the NAM as well. As we go into
A little bit further here, we're going to go into Friday. Friday's going to end up being a mostly sunny day, and let me get to the right image here. Well, first we have to get through Thanksgiving Day. Wouldn't be surprised to see a passing flurry here on Thanksgiving. And then Friday was going to end up being a mostly sunny day as this high pressure is moving in here. Here's the high pressure to our south. Temperatures are still going to be on the chilly side through at least Friday, and then we start to moderate into the 40s again as we head into the weekend. But the weekend does look good at this point. We're going to look for late in the weekend another front trying to move through here, but right now it looks like it's going to be dry through the weekend at least. So do check out the weather alert maps. That's going to have our second call, and we'll have our final call out tonight if there are any changes that need to be made to the second call map. Right now it looks like it's a good call based on the latest guidance we've been looking at this evening. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for November 25th, 2014. Have a great Tuesday.